Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC, and welcome to this edition of Big Red's Bargain Bin. As you guys may know, and for those of you that don't, to be in the bargain bin, it has to be some sort of EDC related product for less than $20. And that is exactly what we have in front of us today. This is the Lexall small EDC flashlight. That's what it is. No fancy name, no numbers. It's just, it tells it like it is. It's a small EDC flashlight. So very cool. So what does the Lexall small EDC flashlight give us? Well, as you can see, we've already got two different light sources going on here. You have this side light, and then of course you have the triple emitter forward-facing light. You've got aluminum construction, stainless steel pocket clip, as you can see right there. USB charge. Now, it is a replaceable battery. I know that's important to a lot of you, but there you go. It's run on a 18350 3.7 volt battery. Rechargeable, like I said. So, very good. And, oh, I must have pushed the button. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Sorry about that. Must have pushed a button. You do have a magnetic base, so you can set it up just like so. Very cool. Always like that. That can come in very, very handy, especially with that side light. You know, you could mount it and then have light shining down. So I like that they add that feature. Now, I did say it's less than less than $20. It comes in at right about 14 and change on this one. So, you know, tell me what you think at the end of the video. Tell me if you think it's worth that 14 and change once we're done, because we're going to go outside and take a look. You do have a single side switch for activation. Now, this light has 6 modes. You got 3 forward-facing modes, and then 3 with the side light. To turn it on, push a button, automatically comes in high. High is supposed to be 1200 lumens. Click it again. It does kick down to a lower level. Now, I couldn't find any information on this brightness level, but, I mean, it does kick down some. I'd say it's at least half. I'm going to say it's roughly 400 to 500 lumens maybe, total guess. And if you press it again, you will get, press it 3 times, and you'll get a strobe function. Now, you did notice if you press and leave it on for a while, I forget the time frame, a matter of seconds, you push it and it will turn off. So to cycle through the modes, you just quick press until you get to the mode you want. Always comes on high. Let's see. Yep. Come down on to low, we'll call it. And then you get the strobe function. So there's no real way to avoid the strobe function. If you leave it, turn it on, leave it on, you're fine. Just remember, if you're clicking through fast, you will hit that strobe mode. So now, to activate your side light, you press and hold, and then you've got your side light. Again, hard to find any information on the exact amount of lumens this side light gives, but turn it back on. Sorry about that. Got to press and hold, because if you leave it on, now if you press it through again, you'll get a red light. Press it through again, and you'll get a red and blue flashing distress signal light, whatever you want to call it. You notice your button is green. That means you've got a decent charge on it. But it'll rotate through, and it'll fast. And then once you cycle through your 3 side lights, it'll come back to your main forward-facing light. So again, real quick, high, low, strobe, press and hold, side light, red and blue flashing, push it again, and it automatically comes on to your high mode again. So that's just kind of how you cycle through the modes. I'm going to leave it on for a little bit as we talk about it. Now you will notice you do have that nice little crenulated bezel, nice pop of blue there on the switch, and of course on your crenulated bezel. Now what that can give you is a stout little bugger. So this is going to give you maybe a little bit of a, you know, get back if you need it. But let's see exactly how big we're looking at. We're looking at it right about 3 1/4 inches overall length. Width at its widest point, you're looking at about 1 1/4 inches. And then weight with your battery, we're looking at about 3.6 ounces. Now, like I said, you do have a pocket clip as well. Goes in there. Okay, it does kind of, there is a little bit of a hang up. Got to be careful not to touch the buttons. But going in and out of your pocket, using that, you could inadvertently turn it on, as you saw that, because when you pull it out, you just got to be careful. The pocket clip is okay. It's not, I mean, you know, that's how it sits. I don't know if I really want it sit facing up. I think I'd almost rather have it sitting facing down. But we usually do some comparisons, so I'm going to give you a couple of size comparisons here. Well, let's just do, there's an Olight i5. So as you can see, it's a little bit shorter than the i5R. Yeah, they're facing the same way. We'll do it that way. A little bit shorter than the i5R, but much, much larger as far as circumference. And then, of course, oh, I got an i3 right there. There's an i3. And one more. Why not? We got a couple sitting here. Oh, yes. The Roadster, baby. We'll do it against the Roadster. There you go. Just a few size comparisons for you. Of course, that Baton 3 Roadster. I love that colorway. So, I tell you what. Let's take this little bugger outside and see how she lights up. Alright, guys. Here we are outside on the back deck, and I mean, it automatically comes in and high, so that's just where we're at. Oh, Nelly left my wheelbarrow out. Oh, shame on her. But all right, there's 1200 lumens. You've got a pretty decent, you don't have an overly defined beam, but it's pretty darn good. You've got a decent amount of flood, as you can see there, kind of there on the deck. So gotta find, there's the switch. So there we go. I'm gonna turn it off. There's high. Now there's what we consider low. Now we've still got to be pushing out. From what we've seen, you know, from other flashlights, it probably takes a good, to make that much light at that distance, I'm guessing 500-ish lumens. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Again, your beam pattern's pretty much right about the same. So we're going to turn it off. I'm going to press and hold. Now that should give us our little flood. Now, we're not getting a whole lot out. As you can't really see it, but I'm going to set it right here on this table and then kind of back up and give you a little bit of a visual about how much light you're putting out. So I don't know if that kind of gives you a little bit of a visual. It is aimed towards that chair a little bit more. So you get a little bit of light out of it. There you go. That's kind of, there you go. You can kind of see the amount of light that's coming out of it. Now we're going to go through, gotta press and hold. Now there's your red light. Oh, there you go. You can cut, there you go. There's the chair. You can kind of see if you're in need a low light situation. This is definitely for you. Now I'm not going to go through the red flashing because that's basically just a signal light. But there you go. Back on high. And nope, we don't have any little critter friends out here tonight. We've had raccoons. We've had the bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbit was right down there the last time. So, nope, no friends visiting us tonight. So, all right, let's go back upstairs. We'll talk about this thing. All right, guys. Well, there you go. There was a kind of a look at what the little Lexall EDC, small EDC flashlight can do for you. You know, for I think it was 14.40 something is what they're selling for on Amazon. There's a link down in the description. Feel free to go check it out. But for less than 15 bucks, it's not a bad little light. I mean, you know, you do kind of have to, if you press it and leave it on for a little while, then you can shut it off. If you're cycling through the lights, just remember you have to cycle through the strobe. There's no way to avoid it. Press and hold for the side light. And there again, you either cycle through or find the light you want, leave it on that. Now, you know, you could, in the red and white, or excuse me, red and blue flashing, you could put this on your car, if you could find some metal in your car anymore, and, you know, it could be a signal, a sign of distress. So, yeah, it's got some cool little features, and then if you want to stick it on something and work down below, it'll give you a little bit of light to work as well, or you could like pop it on your hood and use the forward-facing light as well. So, you know what? For overall, for 14 and change, we'll call it, it's not a bad little light and a pretty cool addition to Big Red's bargain bin. Would love to hear what you guys think. Give me your thoughts down in the comments. Always love to hear from you. Really, really appreciate Lexall for sending this one out. Oh, and one more thing. Like I said, they're 14 and change. If you buy more than one, you get 8% off. That's a little kind of side coupon. It's nothing you have to clip or anything. I just noticed it when I was looking at it. So, hey, stocking stuffers, gifts for friends or family, not bad. Not bad at all. So, like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. Thanks so much. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.